here. All right, DJB, thank you for coming over. Appreciate it. Okay, so we are looking at Forsling, 4-2 parlay. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Okay. A couple plays that DJB likes. Let's take a look here. And I know some of the people in the Discord are kind of talking about, so the newer members talking about process and things we look at. So one nice thing about having this on YouTube is you can share this with them and they can kind of see what I'm looking at. So first, my list of tools, props.cash, the way to analyze the player props sides of things. There's a bunch like this. I like props.cash. Just familiar with it, it works for me. And then I use my matchup cards or the data from the site. It's basically, it is the same information. It's just presented differently here to kind of find my targets. So like we on the Discord stream, we had already locked in Sam Bennett minus 135. He's hitting 10 straight. Ottawa's been at the third most shots overall to centers, so it's a good matchup there. Okay, so the Panthers are allowing nearly 28 shots per game. So that's pretty good. Now we wanted to take a look at Forsling, that first top of the projections in this game for the props up cash, which is interesting. Okay, so here we go. Forsling. For me, I look at the last 10 when we're here, and that's the most, the biggest piece here. I also consider the yearly hit rate. I think that can matter on certain players. Some players go on hot streaks when they're not traditionally doing that, so you gotta keep that in mind. But for him, it's about the same hit rate last 10 and yearly, which is great. You'd have a really good run when Ekblad is out, but all of these games have been with Ekblad back. So already 2 hits. The attempts 4.6. I'm looking for basically 2x our number here in terms of attempts. So let's call this number 2 because that's what you actually need to get. 4.6, well over 2x. So let's check the math box. Sure. Yeah, definitely parlay piece. Manual minus 168. Okay, so yeah, we can do that. Stutzla, you're talking about SVP. You could add Bennett to this, absolutely, I think. Chuck brothers playing together. Lots of people like doing narrative stuff there. We'll check that in a minute. And Stoops. 70% in his last 10. Head to head is very good. 82%. Yeah, Florida's not necessarily a target, but since the track is there, 7 out of the last 10. Coming off a miss, I think that sometimes is something good to look at. You got a good player and they have an off game when it comes to shots. Yeah, they could bounce back, absolutely. And he's getting the 4 shot attempts per game, so 2x there as well. Checks that box. I like that. Yeah, you could run that in SGP 100%. 100%. Okay. Now, is there any other straights that I would want to play in this one? Is there any other centers? Everybody's listed as a center on Florida. Let's just see where they actually play. That was the best target. We'll run through props on cash real quick. Trying to talk through any other points. Shot 9 shot attempts, 3 of the last 4, but pricey at -146. So that as someone who plays mostly straight bets, I would say my comp is generally -135. So to help speed up my research, this would just be a play that I still. Now Brady, I'm at -122. He's hitting 7 of the last 10. Only 50% hit rate versus Florida, but look at that. 6 straight versus Florida. So that is interesting. Would that make Kev's picks? Kev has a new pick channel on the Wager World Cup Discord. He's always sharing his thoughts. He has Bennett, and it made his short list. But it doesn't, yeah, he didn't have I don't think this is a bad one. -122. Attempts are 5.5 attempts for a 3.5 markets not great. But if we look at the attempts over the last 5 games, 6.6. Still a little light, so that would be a stay away for me personally, but that's quality play. The last 10 so another thing that can be important for your plays. Let's see. Example of that play that I actually did the home and away filters again. This is props on cash, but if you're using other tool, they may have something similar. Or not, you can switch props on cash. You can see home and away. Basically no change other than the head-to-head. But here, last 10, basically the same. If you expect the team to win or lose, you can also use that filter and how many days rest they have. That's another filter as well, but home and away, I think are interesting ones. Interesting to look at. Outside of that, yeah, I'm not really looking to target anybody on Huddles. Quick run through. That's a good matchup for center. The Clark is not a shoot first guy, maybe you should say. Erod, a lot of people have been using him. This could also be a good part of these. Now he's listed as a center, he's playing on the wing. Either way, some good SPP options here. -148 in SPP is not terrible. Mandel is the center. A little consistent, so I would say we got Verhage. It's all over the place. Seems to have 4 or 1. Don't really like to target those kind of players personally. That's Ekblad, another definitely good player. Let's check out the attempts. Ottawa is a little stingy to defense. They're 5th fewest shots needs, but we're also looking at the team that shoots the most. Okay. 5.2 attempts for a 1.5 guy. That's exactly what you want to see, and it's skewed a bit by a couple 2s here at the start. Jumps up a little bit, 5.6, usually the last 5, so that's great. Oh, geez, I gotta look at these comments. Okay. Bennett, Brady, Forsling. Okay, how do you get shot through by Dan? All right, let's take a look there. Yeah, 2. You're 100%. That's a good call. Yeah, let's compare them real quick. But yeah, so I like you buying Tkachuk down to 2 makes sense. Another good thing for new bettors, especially if you are having some fun with some parlays. You can buy players up or down with the alternate shot lines. So DJ Beast suggested that here. Chuck's line is at 2.5, so basically you get 3. At 2, it looks a lot better. And you can see that hit rate and change all the actual numbers here. So yeah, 2 I think is much better. That's a good look. And okay, so we need to decide his defense. Forsling versus. Yeah, I think Eck is better, but they're both good. Like slight edge to Ekblad. He is more expensive, so kind of slight premium for him. The attempts are definitely there. Let's get the Ottawa defense. Bob. Yeah. That could be a parlay piece if you wanted, but from Jake Sanderson. 7. Oh, yeah. This is interesting to consider. Like Glenn's 52% on the year. So he's playing very well right now, but only 50% hit rate on the year. He has more attempts, slightly more attempts. But then if you look at fours, his hit rate on the season is up much higher, slightly worse attempts. It's a coin flip. You know what? It's a coin flip, DJ. Sanderson better at home. So it sounds like this is one we've already looked at. This is a good example because when we showed Bennett, it makes it make no difference. So they are on the road. The away chart 62%, 84% at home. So that's why it's important to check these things. So absolutely right. Yeah, either Florida defenseman. Don't force it with any Ottawa defenseman. And last but not least, one thing I'd like to check is the saves. Okay. And if anybody's seen our live shows, what Spittin likes to do when it comes to saves, we'll just do that here, is he adds up the shots for, shots against, divides it by 2, and you subtract the number of goals you think they're going to score. So let's take a look here. That would be 35.1 plus 29.1, 64.2, so 31, 32. 32, and if we expect them to score, say, 3.5 goals, yeah, about 3, but at any rate, let's say 3.5. 28.6 would be the Ottawa goalies line. It was a fair line. Let's see, we got 28.6, so we're getting a 1 shot. So that could be good. And I got fire bets on this one as well. Just updated my Discord list of the plays. So Omar over 27.5 saves. Minus 114 on FanDuel. It's minus 130 or worse everywhere. It's real quick. How many shots? Ottawa's on 29.1 shots against. Does it happen to be worse at home? Or my mistake on the road? If you're watching this, you're probably familiar with shopbox.com, but maybe these filters if you really want to dive in. Well, at home, they're on 29.1. Up the road, actually, the last few people, 27. That's interesting. Offense. Florida is just taking so many. So really, this is going to be a bet on Florida. Florida shots. It's giving up less goals on their own, so that's good. That's interesting. Oh, we got another viewer here. So if you're here, it's me, DJ B. Hop into the chat. This one is a Discord members only stream. What's going on, Todd? Thanks for joining us. We're only through one game. I should actually probably pick up the pace a little bit. I probably only got another 45 before I got some stuff to do. So on the list so far, it looks like DJ B is locking in a parlay of Bennett for 3, Brady for 3, Forsling or Ekblad for 2. They both look really good. And Matty Kachuk for 2. He's buying Matty down. 2 is much better, so that's a good look. Pontificating on Hallmark over 27.5 saves. I want to check real quick. What is the Panthers team total? I know this is for shots. I know this is not a line that everybody has. So, but it's just something that I'm kind of experimenting with, kind of done a ton of it. So out of curiosity, what does they have their lines? So I use Bet Rivers to check this. There's a few books that have them, but most don't. So total shots for the Panthers, they're saying 29.5. Would have liked to see like 30.5. Give us a little, or even 31.5, but Nashville was yesterday. I think that's enough to take Hallmark off of this. I don't think that's a bad play, but I want to love plays on a big slate. We're going to keep it moving. There's some comments from anybody here. All right, well, next game. So Bennett is going to be the only play for that one. We got Pittsburgh versus Philly. Assuming Sid is still out. Projected one, but let's assume he's out. Okay, rested up. They're not getting rested up in the Four Nations. Is there anything y'all are liking with this one? Pittsburgh back Philly in terms of targets. Both these teams just mid in terms of shots against. People against the Pittsburgh points. Who's our goaltender? Okay, this is another one I know some people are on. That could be an interesting play. His stats: 26 saves per game, 2 points. He's not letting up kind of goals. Okay, so Pittsburgh centers. Kel hit yesterday. A bunch of people were on Kel. Look at that one. Oh, we didn't look at Ross. We did 24.5. Oh, you might like that one better. I think that's gonna be close. Like it, don't love it. Definitely play it over. Okay, for Cal. Cal. Billy is giving up 54 shots to center, so Cal's likely playing center tonight. Head to head, 3 of his last 5 he's hit. Missed in December. And yeah, the volume has been either quite good or terrible. That's fun. Plus 120 on FanDuel / DraftKings. We'll add it to the babies. Discord chat. I like the plus 120. Good. Okay, so that's interesting. Cody Plus. Doubt that they're going to be on the Pittsburgh side, they turned their goaltending around, especially at the plays. Wingers and defense. They each shot minus 200. What happened to connecting? Remember when we used good? Oh man. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna find anything here outside of potentially Erson saves. So his save line. Levin Voronkov. All right. That will be that's our next game. Your timing's good. Okay, real quick. Let's go see if first we look better. So I would need to see a save line of 23.5 or better for Hurston. Zero. Okay. I feel like that's the right number. So again, I think you have a slight edge on this one, but it's a light. Don't like to try and get what I perceive to be a 2-point edge, 2-shot edge on goalie saves. Forsling. Okay, so DJ Beef is still here. Kev says he likes Forsling. So there you go. Yeah, no kidding. Philly's just an interesting team. Okay, sweet. I'm just seeing Waggy's comments. He likes Trocheck. Okay, so a couple plays people are really liking the next one. So, yeah, I think we can move on. Raquel is a must. Kev likes Raquel. Okay, let's definitely get. So what? Can I lock this in? Oh, yeah, right. Let's check the status of Sid. Still okay. So according to NHL.com, Crosby could play for Penguins against Flyers. So just to make that note beside play, if Crosby is a coach, we don't know that for sure yet. So I'm gonna hang off in terms of locking that in. In terms of Bennett, I'm gonna try and lock in some of these as we go, so I don't have to come back to it after. Believe I locked in Bennett play. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Flyers. Yeah, okay, you're right. It's like outside of account. Erson's not a terrible play, but yeah, unfortunately. Next up on my list, the New York Rangers at the Columbus Blue Jackets. We know Kev's got to play in here. We know he's going to play in here. So let's take a look at what the numbers tell us. Rangers 11th most goals for, and the Blue Jackets 16th most goals against. So we could potentially look at some Rangers point props if we see any value. Inside of that, positional groups we want to target centers and wingers on the Rangers side. Centers and wingers on the Rangers side. Okay. So the lines. So, but I guess if you're a forward on the Rangers side, play work. Okay, so the top lines are pretty well. Three pretty solid lines. I don't think there's too much new about those line combos, which can matter if players are in a different position than they have been recently. That's worth noting when you're doing this research. For anybody who's doing this a long time, trying to give some tips for some of our newer members, they've been having some questions in the Discord. So if you've been doing this a long time, it's probably not going to be that good for you to do as well. So Rangers at Columbus, Ryder, he was a shooter at one point. And Aaron had got 3.5. He's all over the place, not touching him. Voronkov will come back to him. Kev's on him. Rangers side things first. Anybody but okay, so this is the one that Wagner had. Plus money for free. Okay, so what did he say? Is Jackets are sixth worst against centers. True. Got a pretty decent head-to-head, but Waggy. Oh, I'm looking at home. Gotta watch these filters. So 54% hit rate. They are on the road. Waggy's like, look at that, how different that is. 36% at home, 62% hit rate on the road. So that's interesting. Last time, he's got 3 misses. She made a great number, plus 130. Attempts. Like to see closer to 6, but 5 is not terrible. I don't hate this play. I'll be honest. I don't think I'm going to play it. I would like to see a little bit more consistency. The 1 scares me. You see this to be a problem 5 myself, and then 3 straight misses. It's a little concerning. But plus 130 is great. You know, wing. Yeah, but a bunch of these guys could definitely hit. Yeah, on Rangers side, the wingers are really the spot you can target. Where we go to our guy, Dmitry Voronkov at home. His home chart looks really good. Only hitting 1 of 4 versus them. 40% in the last 10, but 2 of the last 3. He's on the first line. So that line hasn't changed since the injuries. But that's an interesting one. Love Veronka. I don't know, like, this is one where I wouldn't tell you to not play it. I don't know if this is going to make my card. That last 10 is a little scary. The shot volume. Yeah, the shot attempts is definitely going to be my personal biggest red flag. It's just not enough for a guy to. It does not mean he can't hit, of course. I want to try and be picky. I'm okay to have some red flag. Yeah, well, it's a good matchup. In terms of wingers, I'm going to stay away from that. We have one more question in this game. People look at boys, move on. I know a lot of people are going to be on. Well, good hit rate. The Rangers. It's not a tremendous matchup. They tightened up. Shots is out. Is that right? They were so bad. Let's see. Is this shot props site really correct? Let's see. Let's talk about the game log. That would include their shots. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So shots against. Yeah, look at the last 5. 26 or fewer outside of the don't know. Only one of these on the field. So maybe that changes things a little bit, but yeah. I'm going to keep moving. I think it maybe tighten that up a bit. And then Ventilli. I'm leaving TJ in. 2.5 minus 113. Hit 5 straight. Tremendous like attempts. This exactly. This is beautiful. 7.3 attempts over his last 10 and over his last 5. 9 attempts. Right. Unbelievable. it's a particularly poor matchup against center, but he's playing so well. Tempted to play this one, even though they've been good, they're better in some shots. Still not until he's actively involved. Let's see. Until home versus road. Let's see if that sways us at all. He's actually better on the road. Yeah. Oh, that's exactly what you said. Jeez. My bad. Yeah. I would not. Part of that is he's been on, like they played a lot on the road. They only had 2 home games in this stretch. In his last 10, one was a hit. So you know what? In fairness, I wouldn't necessarily let the home away thing deter you too much if that's all that's holding you back. Like the recent play has kind of absolutely been like, it's not going to make my card, I don't think, but this is like barely missing. Barely, barely, barely. This would be my favorite of the group for sure. Good look at TJ. Okay. Keep moving. Next up. Next. Oh, and both. That one's for both. So it starts all over the place. 71% versus overall. The last 4 years. 4 years. Totally cool. Totally cool. I got about 15 minutes left. So we're not going to get to every game. I'm going to share this with some of the people who are asking strategy and stuff. Hopefully, it might be helpful. Yeah. Let's see what we got. So Johnny Brick's in that for the Rangers. 5. Five and a half. Oh. Just finding this out of the potential under. They're used to the over. Big numbers here, for sure. I'm shooting around home. 20 from that above. So we shoot a little. Yeah. On the road, and allowed 29.7 centimeters. But stay away from that one. So things. Looks like it's especially 26 on. Yeah, exactly. Okay. We'll keep moving. Probably do one more game on the stream, and then we get a fun one. Chicago Blackhawks, they go to St. Louis, Chicago. Most shots allowed. Blues allowing a good amount as well. They are the top 2 teams to target in terms of centers. The Blackhawks are back at that position. So everybody's playing. Everybody's playing. Let's see. All right. So we said centers on Blackhawks. That's slightly going to be disregarded. Frank Nazar. I know somebody in the Discord had Nazar for Buchnevich minus 152. All the way. earlier in the stretch. He's probably not seeing my play. Go to Kyrie, got 2.5. 67% on 50% on road. This is a tremendous matchup. I mean, ball. Five spike games. Shooting, keep shooting that someone. I love neither of seem to shoot them at all. They're last. Donato 2.5 for DJ P. Okay. He is first on right. Okay. Potentially tough matchup, but a tremendous number, plus 140. Two real strong games, 7 and 8 attempts. Coming off back-to-back 4-point games and a 100% field goal versus somebody else. That was very interesting, including a game a little over a month ago. That was at home. 70% hit rate. Solid. Banking off two. Yeah, Fantilli. I think Fantilli of the two. Yeah, I would leave Fantilli. But yeah, they both look solid for sure. Not over 2.5. Going off two strong games. I would look for a little bit more consistency, but I've had success targeting guys who, at the start of their streak, right? So it's two back-to-back games, 7 or more attempts. Hit. So that's five or more attempts. Granted, you didn't hit those, but 5 attempts is not bad. You're getting a tremendous number. So again, I'm just being real picky today's squad, but so it's not gonna make my card. Might send my play personally, just because I suck at big plus money plays that look decent. But yeah, I do like that one for sure. Connor Bedard, guy with a ton of attention on social media. He thrives under that kind of pressure. I don't know. This was the game where that all happened. Kid versus Nashville. Only 3 attempts though. Head. Interesting. What about him? He's slightly better on the road. So it's another one I think you could consider. Don't mind it at all. But I don't know if I'm fully true. Parade though. -140. Slightly better at home on the season and a lot better over the last 10. -140. But yeah, parlay piece. Chicago's not good against the defenseman. Yeah, there's a lot of pretty good options. And in terms of saves, no being good starting. I did not see the number. Chicago put up 20 shots a game. What's the save line going to be? 22.5, I guess. I mean, no problem. I'll play it. 3.5, 21.5. Interesting. That is interesting. Uh, hmm. Well, we got 2 viewers right now. Let's do one more game, and then I'll officially wrap it up. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of decent plays in there. Fantilli. Lots of people on Fantilli. Let's ask the group. like for the chart that we looked at. So it's not a two. I like this one right here. It's helpful. Kind of wish that was the default. You see the attempts behind that is it's a bunch of information right on one graph. Okay. So one more game, Toronto, Vancouver. Oh, Vancouver. Look at all this. Look at all this GD red. Not good. And Leafs. Fourth most goals for. Third most. 11th most shots for. 30.1. Dan's been a little stingy. No, greedy in the Discord. He said he likes Sillinger and Kent. We didn't even talk about those two guys. Okay, so really, there's not ton standing out specifically to target. Let's see if you have some messages in the chat. Okay. Actually, yeah. So real quick, how do you at home to play? I think like last year, 100%, but it looked pretty close. It's only like I think last year was like 70%. So we got 67, 54. He's getting a little better, maybe a little more balanced. Yeah, it's not a bad player. It's definitely not a bad player. Morgan Riley, DJB says Morgan Riley apparently hates Vancouver or likes shooting. He's from out west. I don't think he's from Vancouver. Maybe he switched to kind of a homecoming game. Shout out DJB on the correct spelling of Riley. That's a weird one for sure. Oh, it isn't. He's an RI. Oh my god. I thought okay. He's a weird one and I messed it up. Never mind. It's RIE. And oh, he is from Vancouver. So I want that. Wonder if that's why. So he's from Vancouver. There you go. Let's take a look. Plus money, and he's got 3 straight hits. Ooh, okay, okay. Yeah, 13 attempts game. Interesting. Yeah. So in Vancouver, 3 straight hits, including an 8 and a 10. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I would love to hit that in spit speed. That's always fun. Uh, 3 straight are nice. 3 straight are absolutely looks good. That's what I want to look at. Someone goes to the leg. It's better on the road. Weird. That's a fun one too. There's a lot of quality options. I pop that baby. RI. Okay. You can run over 1.5 plus 100. You only need 2. That number is FanDuel. It's minus 115 everywhere else. And my note for DJB is going to be, well, it's playing in Vancouver. Okay. Is there anything else in this game that people like? It's a big crappy one to end on. It's just not a ton of matchups. Yeah. Oh, the Leafs are best. to run. These attempts are 1.5 guy. Harder for defensemen to do that, obviously. The last types that are one. Honestly, really, all over the place. Trust him. This is a tough matchup. I don't know. I'm gonna do one more. Let's roll through one more game here. It's a crappy one. Buffalo, Nashville. All right. Both these teams are just allowing a ton of those teams. Both top five. Worst. Buffalo's also scoring a ton, so we can look at votes for everybody in this game. Who considers some predators shots? And defensemen on either side are very, very interesting. So look here. Nashville. So yeah, it's shaping up to be a bit of a smaller card. Again, like I said, I'm just saying, yeah, picky mood. That's okay. Sometimes it benefits you, sometimes it costs you. Bill Forsberg, minus 110 to the over. 8.6 is 3.5 guy. Checks out. Minus 110 is a fair price. He is better at home. Better at home. And he's not much of a change. And look, targets 7 on Nashville. This one, people on the list. So here, 1.5 punches. That's much. Oh, he's terrible. Wow. Yeah, some touches there. He touched home warrior. Some consider like afternoon. Three straight. Nashville, included a game less than 2 weeks ago. Certainly interesting. It's an interesting piece. Minus 120. Right in there. That's right. So, not listening out of the last 10 for Yossi. Kind of fall a little bit on last 2 weeks. Texas is still decent, but and premium price at minus 135. Brady Shea. Okay, 3 times. That's going to be a pass. That's a pass. Oh, good question. And okay, 2 things for DJB. Awesome. Is age playing? Great question. Let's see if we got anything here. Daily face-off I use for I started explaining things. He is in the lineup. Confirmed. So I use daily face-off. Again, for anybody who's new and watching this back, I use daily face-off for Lions. So start full-time information. One thing you want to look at: when was it updated? They don't. In this case, it looks like we have a source from a beat reporter, beat writer, who was at practice when they ran these lines. Click on that and it'll show you it. It's not that. So morning skate, he was there. Awesome. Confirmed. You'll also see sometimes projected lines. So just keep that in mind. There's a difference between confirmed lines and projected. Pretty good reason to believe that these are correct on what they are playing. So stage is playing. Very round about leading to that question. And you like March, but numbers aren't great against Buffalo. Very good. Shots against the dead center of the league, 15th. March, so yeah, and the one thing I would say is that minus 146, you have to love it. I think you find better options, especially if you pair with these. And these attempts, especially over the last 5 games, what are we looking at? This is brutal. That's not good. Number 10, that one out of the only thing really not up to but yeah, so that's another good note. Kind of trying to keep a mental note or like a physical list of players who stand out at home or on the road. To help make the research that much quicker. Doing the home and away check for every player that we look at is going to lengthen your research time at top. So recent points is really what you want to target in this one. Either side, but Buffalo actually is probably want to look at. Tage, Turka, Tuck are all nearly a point per game over the last 8. Tuck is 135. 70% hit rate. 10. 4 out of 7 versus Nashville, including point. That could be interesting. Another thing we want to take a look at when we are on data face-off is power play. Would have liked to have seen Tuck on the first unit because they're giving up a ton. So I think we really want to look at points, power play opportunities against. So they're taking a ton of penalties, second most over the last 30 days. Which is a terrible penalty kill. And we know both things not great. So let's take a look at Doug. Could you do assist actually? That's expensive. You got Turka. He's got points 3 of his last 5. Tage. Oh gosh. What do we pair with Tage here? I think we have to get Tage in this to pair on the road or anything. So, all right, we got to find something to pair Tage helps from. Compare the two of them. Interesting. Who else is on that panel? Check them. And the first line. Turka, Thompson, make a ton of sense, or Thompson. Yeah, it's kind of cold for it. Oh, okay. It doesn't have to be the same game. That's fair. That's totally fair. DJB. Okay, so maybe take my list. Okay, so added that back to my list. In the Discord. Yeah, you're saying Paterka. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Him or Dolan, but Paterka and Thompson are always on the ice together. Thompson and Dolan could be on the ice together. Okay. Let me write that as the short list. I think you're right. I think you're right, DJB. And I have some quick errands to do. Gotta hit up Costco, some Super Bowl snacks. They're closing shortly, so I'm gonna have to wrap it up here. I'll get some some items for the late games, hopefully. When I get back, DJB, appreciate you hanging out for the whole stream. I will share this in the Discord for anybody who might find it interesting. And we have streams coming up Tuesday, Thursday at 100%. We have streams coming up Tuesday, Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Myself, Spittin', Picklets, Wall of Bets. It's going to be on both shows, and Firefighter Bets will be on our Thursday show. DJB, once again, appreciate you being here, talking through some plays with me. Best of luck tonight. I will catch you in the Discord. Yeah, let's make some coin tonight. We'll see y'all soon.